Bonjour et bienvenue à tous. Moi, je m'appelle Hani et je suis votre enseignante de la langue française. My name is Hani and I am your French instructor. Comment ça va? Ok. J'espère que tu profites de ce cours gratuit pour progresser en français. Bravo, tu es déjà arrivé à la leçon 4. Aujourd'hui, cette vidéo est très importante parce qu'aujourd'hui, je te propose de travailler une compétence très importante, les verbes français. In lesson number 4, we will cover the French verbs. There are types. There are 3 types of French verbs: er ending verbs, ir ending verbs, and re ending verbs. And we will see how we conjugate regular er ending verbs. And secondly, we will see how we can frame the plural forms of noun and adjectives. So let's start and then we will cover the exercises as well. So here we have lesson number 4. Voilà, le frère et la sœur de Manuel. Voilà, it is an expression or it's a word we can use to designate a person or a thing when it is relatively distant than opposed to here. By extension, a person, a thing usually here. So here it is, the brother and the sister of Manuel. Now here some words are given or body parts are given in French. Let's see their pronunciation and their meaning. First is la tête. La tête, this is a feminine word, and we have done the articles. So I hope now it is clear to you why we are using la, why we are using L apostrophe, why we are using le, le, etc. So first one is la tête, the head, le cou, neck, la poitrine, chest, la main, hand, l'estomac. It is not l'estomac. We don't have k sound at the end. It is l'estomac, stomach. And this is a masculine word, but starting with the vowel, so we are putting or we are writing like L apostrophe. Le genou, knee, genou. Les orteils, toes, les orteils. Le pied, foot. Then at the right side, we have les cheveux, hair. L'épaule, this is a feminine word and starting with the vowel, so we are writing L apostrophe. L'épaule, shoulder. Le bras, the arm. Le coude, elbow. La hanche, hip. Les doigts, fingers. La cuisse, thigh. La jambe, leg. Now here we have the paragraph. Voilà, garçon est une fille. Here it is, a boy and a girl. Un garçon est une fille. A boy and a girl. Le garçon, il s'appelle Denis Lavigne. His name is Dennis. C'est le frère de Manuel. This is the brother of Manuel. Le frère, that means the brother. So, c'est le frère de Manuel. This is the brother of Manuel. Il a 16 ans. He is 16 years old. And if you remember, in the last session, I have told you if we are telling the age, we have to use avoir verbs conjugation. So, it will be il a 16 ans. Il est grand et fort. He is tall and fit or strong. He is physically fit or he is strong. Regardez les jambes de Denis. Look at the legs of Denise. Elles sont longues. They are long. Les bras de Denis aussi sont longs. The arms of Dennis are also long. Il parle anglais et français. He speaks English and French. La fille s'appelle Catherine Lavigno. The girl's name is Catherine Lavigno. C'est la sœur de Manuel. She is, or this is, Manuel's sister. Elle est petite. She is small. Elle a les yeux bleus. She has blue eyes. Sa bouche est rouge. Her mouth is red. Elle a les cheveux longs et blondes. She has long and blonde hairs. She is blonde. Elle est belle. She is beautiful. She is pretty. Ils habitent dans une grande maison and they live in a big house. Now, question number 1 is compléter. Le frère de Manuel s'appelle. The name of Manuel's brother is what? Now, here 3 options are given. First is Pierre and Paul, which are not given in the passage. Third one is Manuel. I think they have given it here by mistake. It should be, as we have read in the first passage, c'est le frère de Manuel, il s'appelle Denis Lavigne. So, according to me, it should be Denis here, Denis. Second one, Catherine a les bleus. So, she has blue eyes. So, option number 3, Catherine a les yeux bleus. She has blue eyes. Now, question number 2 says, the vrai ou faux, true and false. Le frère de Manuel est petit. The brother of Manuel is small. No, il est grand. He is tall. So, the first one will be faux. Second sentence, les yeux de Catherine sont bleus. The eyes of Catherine are blue. C'est vrai. This is true. Third sentence, les cheveux de Catherine sont longs et bruns. Of course, her hair are long, but they are not of brown color. Elle a les cheveux longs et blonds. So, it is faux. Fourth one, ils habitent dans une grande maison. They live in a big house. C'est vrai, true. And the last one, ils parlent espagnol. They speak Spanish. No, ils parlent anglais et français. So that is also false. C'est faux. Here some new words related to face are given. Let's see their pronunciations and their meanings. Le visage, face. Le front, forehead. Les cils, eyelashes. L'oreille, ear. Les lèvres, lips. Le menton, chin. Le cou, neck. Les cheveux, hair. Les sourcils, eyebrows. Les yeux, eyes, in plural. And for singular, it is l'œil, L apostrophe O-E-I-L. Le nez, nose. La joue, cheek. La bouche, mouth. Les dents, teeth. Now here we have a very interesting poem, Alouette, une chanson, a song. The song's origin is uncertain, though the most popular theory is that it is French-Canadian. It was first published in a pocket songbook for the use of students and graduates. Most people think the French-Canadian song Alouette is very mean once they learn what it means in English. It sounds like it's about someone taunting a bird, lark, nice lark. I'll pluck out your feathers, I'll pluck your eyes, I'll pluck your wings. So it sounds really cruel. Um but it is not a song about mean people who want to cruelly pluck a lark alive. Larks were and are considered as game. So people would first kill them, then pluck them, then cook them, and at last eat them. Here are the lyrics to this song in French with an English translation. You can see the poem also. I have given you the link so you can see the poem as well. This lesson, basically this page is very important because here we are going to discuss French verbs. Knowing the main verbs in French or in any language you are learning is essential if you want to speak. Among the French vocabulary, verbs constitute an essential category. Indeed, all these sentences have a verb. So today I'm therefore giving you some verbs, how we conjugate those verbs, and you will see that you can say a lot of things in French after that. So here you can see I have given you a chart, les verbes présents de l'indicatif. In simple present, we are seeing how we can conjugate the verbs. So there are basically three categories of French verbs. First is ER, second is IR, and third is RE. In this lesson, we are only conjugating, we are only learning how we conjugate regular ER ending verbs. So you already know what are the regular verbs, what are the irregular verbs. So here I'm not repeating that thing. Only the conjugation I'm telling you how we can conjugate ER ending verbs. Now for this you should know some keywords as it is written here. First group of verbs, ER verbs, all verbs whose infinitive ends. So what is the meaning of infinitive here? When we are not conjugating a verb. For example, in English the verb is to eat, to go. So these verbs are infinitive forms because they are not conjugated verb. I'm not saying I to go eat or she to go eat, but there I am conjugating the verb. So I will say I go, he goes, she goes, etc. That is the conjugation. They are conjugated form. But if I'm using infinitive form, that will be to go, to eat, etc. So in the same manner in French, if the verb is not conjugated, that is called infinitive form of the verb. So all verbs whose infinitive ends in er belong to this first group except ale. Ale is an exception. It is an irregular verb. Secondly, the present tense of all er verbs is conjugated by removing the er ending. So first you have to remove er from the infinitive form of the verb, and according to the subject pronouns you have to add some endings. So first you will remove, for example, which is given, the verb is given parler, that means to speak, and the spelling is parler. This is an infinitive form of the verb, and to conjugate this verb we will remove er from the main verb. Now the remaining part parl is called stem or root. Okay, and the endings which you have to add according to je, with je you will add e with stem, so it will become parle, je parle. With tu you have to add es, so it will become tu parles. With il and elle we have to add e, so it will become il or elle parle, parle. With nous, subject pronoun, the ending is ons, so it will become nous parlons. Vous parlez, il and elle plural parle. So basically you can see here we have three sounds: parle, parlons and parler. Rest with je, with il, elle singular, and with il, elle plural we have same pronunciation, same sounds, which is parle, parle, parle. Now if the verb is starting with the vowel or h, there we are removing e and we put apostrophe. So je is shortened to j apostrophe before vowels or silent H. On page number 42, some other commonly used ER verbs are given. Let's see them. First is visiter, to visit. Écouter, to listen. Préférer, to prefer. Demander, to ask. Regarder, to look at. Étudier, to study. Donner, to give. Travailler, to work. Jouer, to play. Aimer, to like or to love. Détester, to hate. Déjeuner, to have lunch. Chanter, to sing. Inviter, to invite. Marcher, to walk. Fermer, to close. Préparer, to prepare. And tomber, to fall. Now they all are ER ending verbs, and we have already seen how we can conjugate regular ER ending verbs. So we can apply the same rule on all these verbs. For example, the first one which is given here is visiter. So first we will remove this ER from the infinitive form, and then we will add the endings according to the subject pronouns. For example, je visite, tu visites, il or elle visite, nous visitons, vous visitez, il visite, elle visite. Now after that we have plurial, they know plural of nouns. So some rules are given how we can change the noun from singular to plural form. Here one picture is also given. You can understand all these rules with the same picture also. La règle générale. The general rule says we have to add s in the singular noun to make plural form. For example, some examples are given. Un garçon, a boy. Des garçons with s. So we are adding extra s to make plural form. Un bonbon, a candy. Des bonbons, some candies. Une fille, a girl. Des filles, some girls. Une glace, an ice cream. Des glaces. Un homme, a man. Des hommes. So this is your first rule. If you have a noun, this is a general rule. By adding s, we can frame the plural form of the noun. Second rule says, if the noun is ending with s, x or z, then we do not make any changes in the form, in the noun. It remains as it is. For example, un fils, a son. Des fils. A croix, des croix. Un nez, a nose. Des nez, some nose. So we have the same sound, the same pronunciations, and the same spelling also in singular and plural forms. Third rule, if a word ends with au, eau and eu, we add x to make plural. There are some exceptions. Bleu, ne, landau, they are the exceptions where we add s in plural form. But generally, if the noun is ending with au, eau or eu, we put or we add x to make plural form. Let's see some examples here. Third one. Un gâteau, a cake. Des gâteaux. A feu, fire. Des feux. L'eau, les eaux. So here we are adding x to make plural, and exceptions I have already explained. Fourth rule, if the noun is ending with OU, we can add S to make plural. And there are many nouns which are ending with OU. There we add X to make plural. Okay, so first is bijou, des bijoux. Here we are adding X. These words are written here also in the picture. First is bijou, jewelry. Caillou, des cailloux, some pebbles. So here we are adding X. Genou, knee, des genoux with X. A shoe, a cabbage, des choux. So here these are the words where we are adding X. Now see the words where we are adding S to make plural form. So here the first noun is un hibou, des hiboux, un joujou, des joujous, un pou, des poux. And some words or some exceptions where we are adding S, un coup, so it will be COUS, des coups, un clou, des clous. Next rule, in the picture also you can see, if the noun ends with AL, we put AUX in the plural. So we will remove AL and we will put AUX. A journal, a newspaper, des journaux. So here we are removing AL from the singular form, singular noun, and then we are adding AUX to make plural one. A signal, des signaux. A cheval, a horse, des chevaux. Some exceptions are there where we are adding S to make plural if the word is ending with AL. Un bal, des balles. Un carnaval, des carnavals. Un chacal, des chacals. Un cérémonial, des cérémoniales. Un récital, des récitals. Now for the vocabulary part, you can see the PDF which I have shared. There I have given you all the pronunciations and their meanings also. Exercise number 1. Mettez l'article, le, la, l'apostrophe et les. Now if you remember, le we use with the nouns which are masculine singular, la we use with the nouns feminine singular, l'apostrophe we use with the nouns masculine and feminine which starts with a vowel, and les we use with masculine and feminine plural nouns. So first one is la tête. Second, les jambes. Third, la coude. We have done all these words. Fourth, la poitrine. Fifth one is les doigts. Sixth one, la main. Seventh, le pied. Eighth one is les lèvres. Lèvres is lips. Ninth one, les yeux. And 10th, la bouche. 11th, le genou, le cou, l'épaule, le ventre, stomach, le nez, les cheveux, le dos, les bras, les dents, l'oreille. Question number 2 is relier les noms et les photos. Here you have to match the nouns with the given pictures. First is le coude. So this will go with H. Le coude, elbow. Le genou with picture J, knee. L'oreille, ear, option A or picture image A. Les doigts, fingers, option B. La bouche, image I. La cuisse with image G. 7th, le sourcil with F, eyebrows. 8th one is le nez, option E, nose. 9th one is les dents, D, teeth. And les orteils. 10th one will go with picture C, toes. Question number 3, mettez les verbes au présent. Here we have to write the conjugation of given verbs in simple present tense. And we have already seen how we have to conjugate the verbs. First we remove ER from the infinitive form of the verb and then we put some endings according to the given noun. So let's do this exercise. Je or J apostrophe. The verb given is écouter la radio. So it will be j'écoute la radio. It will be J apostrophe because the verb is starting with a vowel. So we will write J apostrophe and écoute with E. Because with I we are removing ER and then we are putting E as ending. Nous aimons le jus de fruits. We like, verb aimer, to like or to love. Vous visitez la Bretagne. Ils vont à la plage. This is aller verb. It is an exceptional verb. Tu fermes la porte. Fermer, to close. You are closing the door or you close the door. Manuel invite Anish. Manuel invites Anish. So according to Manuel, which should be subject to noun il, according to il we are conjugating the verb il invite. Pierre et Mireille regardent la télévision. Two persons are there. So for plural we will conjugate according to plural one. So it will be ENT ending. J'habite à Delhi. I live in Delhi. The verb is starting with H, which is also treated as a vowel in French. So it will be J apostrophe, then habite. Neha, that means elle, she. Elle parle or Neha parle français. She speaks French. And adverbs conjugation, we have already done this verb. So according to je, it will be je suis dans la classe. Je suis dans la classe. I am in the class. Question number 4. Complétez avec les verbes donnés au présent. The same question, you have to write the conjugation of the given verbs. Nous sommes dans la classe. We are in the class. Le professeur explique le vocabulaire. Expliquer, to explain. Les étudiants posent des questions. Poser, to ask. The students are asking the questions. Nous n'aimons pas beaucoup la grammaire. We don't like much grammar. Nous préférons le cours de dessin. We prefer the drawing class. Les filles préfèrent le cours de piano. The girls prefer the piano class. Elles chantent des chansons anglaises. Chansons anglaises. They sing some English songs. So, elles chantent according to plural, feminine. The ending will be ENT after removing ER from the main verb. From chanter, we will drop ER and then we will add ENT with the root, which is CHANT. Now, I hope till here all the conjugations and all the verbs are clear. Question number 5, complétez. Voilà le chien de Manuel. Here it is the dog of Manuel. Here it is Manuel's dog. So first one, il s'appelle Haddock. His name is, il s'appelle. Il a des cheveux blonds. Blond is white, so he has or it has white hair. Au nez rose. A pink nose, N-E-Z. Il a des yeux bizarres. He has odd eyes. You can see in the picture, one is blue and one is brown. So, he has odd eyes. So, it will be des yeux. Un œil est bleu. One eye is of blue color. Et l'autre œil est brun. And other eye is brown. Ses pattes sont petites. Its or his paws are small. So word will be petite. Il a une queue longue. He has a long tail. Question number 6 is, lisez ce texte sur Nicolas. You have to read this text on Nicolas. Nicolas habite à Lyon. He lives in Lyon. Il est étudiant. He is a student. Il aime l'anglais et le français. He likes English and French. Mais il déteste les mathématiques. But he dislikes mathematics. Le mercredi après-midi, on Wednesday afternoon, on Wednesday's afternoon, il a un cours de piano. He has a piano class. Il aime dessiner et est-il content de jouer dans une équipe de basket? He likes to draw. Est-il content de jouer? And he is happy de jouer, to play, dans une équipe de basket, in a basketball team. Il passe le week-end au bord de la mer. He spends the weekend at seaside. Il invite un ami. He is inviting a friend. Now, what you have to do here, réécrivez le texte ci-dessus au pluriel. You have to change this given paragraph in plural form. So, Nicolas et Pierre habitent. So, according to the plural subject pronouns, we will change habite in plural form by adding ent. So, Nicolas et Pierre habitent à Lyon. Ils sont étudiants. Ils aiment l'anglais et le français. Mais ils détestent les mathématiques. Le mercredi après-midi, ils ont un cours de piano. It can be des cours as well, if they are having some classes. Ils aiment dessiner et ils sont contents de jouer dans une équipe de basket. Ils passent le week-end au bord de la mer. Ils invitent des amis. Question number 7. Donnez le pluriel des noms suivants. You have to give the plural forms of the following nouns. La chandelle. So here we are adding S. And le will become le in plural. Le nez, les nez. La croix, les croix. Le feu, les feux. L'animal, les animaux. Le cou, les coups. Le cheveu, les cheveux. L'oiseau, les oiseaux. Le travail, les travaux. L'œil, les yeux, it is an exception. Le genou, les genoux. Le journal, les journaux. We have done all the rules before, so I hope now this question is clear. Question number 8, mettez au pluriel. The same question, you have to write the sentences in the plural form. La chambre est petite. So, les chambres sont petites. C'est une cuisine. Ce sont des cuisines. Elle a un doigt long. Elles ont des doigts longs. Tu as un livre. Vous avez des livres. And the last one, j'ai un cahier. Nous avons des cahiers. I hope all the pronunciations are clear to you and how we conjugate regular ER ending verbs. That is also quite clear to you. If you want to know more about the verbs, you can see my separate video which I have provided you on YouTube. You can check all the verbs there, how we can conjugate all the regular and irregular verbs. And c'est une vidéo très importante. N'oubliez pas de commenter, surtout de partager nos vidéos avec tes copains, ta famille. C'est très important pour nous. Merci beaucoup. Bonne journée et au revoir.
Hey French learners! Join French online classes with French Popcorn and accelerate your learning skills. Just email your query at frenchpopcorn5@gmail.com. French classes are available for school students and advanced learners of level A1, A2, B1, B2. Students can also join French online tests, group classes, individual classes, interview preparation and online peer-to-peer speaking sessions. We will soon be starting our live YouTube sessions where you can post and discuss your queries. Register with us or join our Telegram, Facebook, Instagram channels or groups through link provided in the description to receive updates.